Merrill, and this is The Retrade. Let's get to it. Today I am here in studio with my guest. This is Dindy. Dindy Roa, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
So Dindy is with Stewart Title. You are my first title rep in studio. So welcome. What's going on?
Well, a lot of craziness going on with the whole coronavirus shutdown. A lot of unknowns, delays.
Have you been good about social distancing?
I've actually been really good about social distancing. I do see my family.
Right.
I can't, us Filipinos, we like to keep our family close. Right? But a lot of outdoor activities, cycling. I bought a bike, which was kind of nice because, being cooped up in the house, it's just...
Because your boyfriend's a cyclist and you wanted to...
Yes, that is true. I did buy a bike so I could keep up with him. I bought an e-bike, which is the best thing that I've ever done in my life. For a person that's never cycled in my life.
So is he on a normal bike?
He's on a normal bike, yes.
You're on the e-bike?
And I'm on the e-bike, yeah.
So when you guys get to a hill, you just... Woo.
I'm like, I start passing him. It's awesome. It's great.
Does he get jealous?
No, I think he enjoys
it.
It's amusing to him that I can pass him on an uphill.
Yeah.
It took him years to...
to where he can make it the hill. Yeah, the normal rate.
Right, and I'm just like, like right up the hill.
Well, let me ask you this: being Filipino, how'd you get out of becoming a nurse? Isn't that the most common trade?
I know it is, but the funny thing is, I guess I have a very unusual Filipino family because everybody literally went into real estate.
Really?
And they went into tech very early. I know a lot of Filipinos do tech now, but my family's mostly real estate and tech.
I was watching the new, Joe Coy is.
Yes.
The comedian. I was watching his new stand-up, and I think it was in Hawaii or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was the Filipinos, and he was talking about them being nurses and stuff like that.
Right.
He starts talking to a guy. He's like, "What do you do?" A nurse. He's like, "Yeah." Just to prove his point.
Right.
Maybe he was a plant. I don't know.
And everybody wears slippers.
Right. And
in Hawaii.
dances.
So true. My brothers break dance.
Do they
really?
Do. Stereotypes are 50% here.
But we love it. We enjoy it, and we totally own it.
Are they on one of these dance crews?
They used to be.
Yeah?
2 of them used to be.
Which one?
Yeah. Well, I have 5 older brothers.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Older brothers. I'm the youngest. Yeah.
I'm the oldest in my family.
Oh.
1 younger sister.
Sweet.
I have 2 half-brothers. They're much younger than me, 16 years.
Okay.
I was well gone and out before so I'm more like an uncle to them.
Right.
Yeah. So they're good kids, though.
That's good.
Yeah, they're 20, what are they now, 26?
Oh my gosh. Everybody's out of the house.
Yeah. They're good Mormon boys up there in Salt Lake.
Nice.
So what else is going on? Well, how was your weekend?
Weekend's good. My birthday just passed.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
So it was Sunday, right?
It was on Sunday, Mother's Day. So I actually went out to Lake Las Vegas on Saturday.
What's going on out there?
Well, they just started opening the restaurants,
Okay.
but we didn't plan on going to restaurants, obviously. So we just took some lawn chairs, went out to the grass, watched the sunset go down over the lake. It was really amazing. It just helps you appreciate the outdoors more often and just see how much beauty is around you.
I like going out there. I like that Lake Las Vegas water sports.
Yes.
You ever gone to there?
I have. I've never tried anything.
Really?
I've seen it.
My friend Trevor Pope, shout out to Trevor. He's one of the owners.
Nice.
Yeah. He's got all sorts of fun stuff out there. They got the fly boards with the hook up to the jet
right?
ski
That's what I've seen.
Yeah. So the first one he had was actually my friend Dave, who's a pro poker player.
Yeah.
Dave had the jet ski and the fly board, and we were out doing it. And then Trevor came out. The first time I rode it, Trevor came out and was playing on it too because he plays poker as well. And he loved it. He was good at it. He was doing the backflips and all this stuff.
Oh my gosh.
I was good enough to stand up.
That's it.
And
float around for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll do paddleboarding all day.
Paddleboarding?
Yeah.
I bought a paddleboard right at the beginning of last season. So this time last season. And then I went out I was all excited, took it out to my boat to get my boat ready to go out for the year, change the oil and stuff, and I get out there and I pull my boat out of the water on the hydro lift, and my outdrive was destroyed.
Oh.
That's why I never took my boat out last year.
Oh.
And I never got to ride my new paddleboard.
Darn it. Just put it on top of your car.
Right.
Chill it over there.
I got to bring the boat home and get it fixed. So you've been social distancing. Have you been wearing a mask?
I have not. I don't think I've gone to enough places where there's too many people to wear masks.
Yeah. I'm wearing one in the store. That's where I wear one.
Yeah, right. I probably need to start telling myself that I need to wear one in the store. I do have one in the car.
Do you?
And in my purse.
Well, I'm going to give you another one because these are my special retrade edition ones.
I love it.
So people don't know this, but I'm a man of many talents and I can sew.
Nice. Thank you. And I love the color too.
Yeah, you get the racing stripe down the middle.
I like it. Sweet.
They work pretty good, but they are a little thick, so they can't get hot. It worked great earlier in the pandemic when it was a little cooler.
Right, a little bit cooler.
Yeah,
Just
so
imagine here
that's
in
for
Vegas.
Your chin there.
Got it. I'm all right. Wrong. Putting the nose right. Got it. Okay, cool. Sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you. I like it.
So there you go, a little bit of marketing there. So if anyone you needs a mask out there, I do sew these masks together. You can come here to my studio, not in the actual studio, but in the other room there is Family Health CBD. Family Health CBD can provide all your CBD products you need. Anything, the vape pens, they even have flower to smoke, everything, edibles, pills, chocolate, gummies, creams. I use the creams on my knees. I have bad knees. You ever tried that stuff?
I would like to try it because, like I said, I have bad knees. I can't run anymore because my knees are hurting.
Yes! Something to try.
Sweet.
It's awesome.
Okay.
I have a problem underneath my left kneecap, and every once in a while it just gets a sharp pain. I can't even stand on my foot.
Yeah.
So I'll like hobble over and grab the roller and put the
Right.
roller on there. And
Totally
within
need that.
5 minutes, it's gone.
Okay.
I don't know how
I would
it
like to
works.
try that.
I don't understand it.
I used to run every single day.
Did you?
And that was like my form of workout, running treadmill or outdoors,
Yeah.
whatever. And now it's like I can't run past a mile. It's kind of
We all get
discouraging.
busy working, right? We get
Yeah.
busy, caught up in work and making money and paying those bills and being responsible and
Right.
stop taking care of ourselves. Yeah, so Family Health CBD, it's down here off of Eastern and Serene next to the 215 in the Walmart shopping plaza. So come check it out. We have masks and CBD products. All right, let's look at some pictures here. I pulled up some pictures from your Facebook. Although I didn't get to surprise you today because you watched me do it. So you were telling me about this little cart you bought for your little boy?
Oh my gosh. So literally my dog Jazz, my name came from a jazz song.
Okay.
So I named my dog Jazz because I just love jazz music. And I've had him since he was a month old, probably a little too young for someone to have a dog, but he is going to be 14 this year.
Oh, wow.
So he's literally been with me through thick and thin. He's always by my side, and when I started taking cycling and biking around, I was like, I really want my dog to be with me. So I bought him a little trailer, and he looks really skeptical about it, but he enjoyed it the first night.
Does he try to jump out of it? The first time?
No, he's too scared to do anything on
Really?
anything that's moving, but they do have a leash inside that attaches
Oh,
to the collar to keep them
So this
in.
one's actually meant for a dog.
Exactly,
Okay.
Right.
I see people buy the ones for kids and then stick their dogs in them. Yeah, this is the little
Yeah.
puppy put on there. Oh, it's made by Schwinn too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, thing. So
And he rides smooth too.
He's how old do you say? 14?
He's going to be 14 this year, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
When's his birthday?
Actually on December 25th, on
Yeah.
Christmas. He's a
Nice.
Christmas dog.
Christmas dog. All right, let's see what else we got here. Who's this?
That is my boyfriend, Rich. I actually met him in real estate when I used to be a transaction coordinator at a real estate company.
Okay.
And that company actually catered to a lot of investors that flipped homes. So he was a project manager for one of our investor groups.
Uh-huh.
And we found out, we were both new in Vegas actually at that point. This was like 11 years ago.
Yeah.
And he played tennis, and I played tennis, and we didn't really know each other or people in town. So we were like, hey, let's go play tennis together. So
You just played for fun, tennis?
we played for fun, and I
Yeah,
actually
I'm
used to
terrible
play. I played pretty competitively,
Really?
not like crazy, like,
Yeah.
pro tennis, but I did play in middle school, high school, won a couple of tournaments.
Wow.
So, I still leisurely play.
Okay.
And when he came along and he was like, oh, I play tennis, let's go play, I was like, oh, I'm going to beat his ass. So bad. I will beat him.
Did you?
He kicked my butt. Like,
So
he was so, and I think that's where it started. I was just like, okay, all right, I'll give this guy a chance.
That's what you did. getting on to tennis. So I suck, but I have an uncle. No direct relation to me, but this is my stepdad's brother-in-law. He was Greg Holmes, tennis player.
Oh.
Former professional tennis player for the United States. He won one doubles title for the ATP Tour, reached his career high singles ranking of the world. That he was number 22 in the world.
Number 22?
In 1985. He won the 1983 NCAA men's title championship playing for the University of Utah. And he went down in history. In 89, Holmes defeated Todd Wilkins 5-7, 6-4, 7-6 in the second round of Wimbledon. A match that was the longest men's singles match at Wimbledon, timed at 5 hours and 28 minutes.
Oh my God, that's a long time.
Until the epic Eisner-Mahut match in 2010.
I remember that one.
So yeah, my uncle had the record.
That's insane.
He
just
He
imagine.
tried to teach me, and I was terrible.
It takes time, you know.
It's just that little bit of
time and consistency.
Direction,
you gotta feel what feels
and I sent
good.
it out of the park. Okay, let's go back to here. So that's your man. He's also the cyclist.
Yes, and he plays hockey.
And he plays hockey because he's from Canada.
Exactly.
So it's like a prerequisite, right?
Pretty much. Like once you start walking, like go play hockey with your friends, and they, team sports. It's very important. So he grew up
maybe
playing.
we're like, you get training wheels. They get like a hockey stick.
Exactly. Yeah.
Training wheels to walk. All right. Oh, here's your team member. This is your helper.
Yes. Bad picture of me, amazing picture of my assistant Annie, but she is literally sent from heaven because I cannot do my job without her. She handles all the demands, processing, and I handle all the issues and closings, and if problems arise, and obviously I have to figure it out, which there's a lot of problems that come up in escrow. People don't know about it, but...
We're going to talk about that here in a little bit, because I want to know more about what you guys do, because a lot of us are really ignorant to it. So let's find out. So yeah, Annie is awesome. I've met Annie. I've dealt with Annie. We just did deal not too long ago.
Yeah, had a couple.
Went real well. So yeah, I love Annie. She's great. Oh, there's my little one.
Aww.
So me and my girlfriend went hiking up at Charleston on, I think it was Sunday. Or no, Monday. We went Monday.
She's so cute.
I caught her with her bacon on her face. How funny is that tongue? What's funny is I took 2 pictures in a row, and the one was this way, and I'm like, oh, no way, you almost never catch the full tongue out. The next picture was the other side.
Should just do a GIF.
Oh, look at that face.
Aww.
I should put have it go back and forth. Yeah, look at that smirk. She's funny.
She's totally loving the sunshine.
Yeah. She came into the house like thinking she was the alpha, just running around bossing all this. The first 2 days in the house, she'd sit on the couch next to Maggie, and my other pit, which is a 68-pound pit, would come walking up like wanting to get on the couch, and she would just like, you're not getting on this couch.
It's always the little dogs.
Oh my gosh, she's crazy. Even now when we take walks, so like we went on a walk this morning, and we take the dogs every morning on a walk, like a mile around the block, and oh, somebody's here. Let me shut this door real quick. Shoot! Pause. Made it easy. Okay, so back to the story. Fix that door there. So yeah, so she thought she was the boss, and this morning when we went on our walk around the neighborhood, every time we pass people, my other dog's just like, hey.
Right.
And people like see the pit bulls and they get scared, right? And I'm like, it's not them, it's this one, the little one. And she just goes nuts. Like I literally have to like pick her up to walk past people.
It's hilarious.
Because she'll be on her hind legs just going crazy.
She's trying to protect. It's like the 2 big dogs are like the bouncers,
Yeah.
and then you have like the boss in the middle.
Remember that cartoon with this was like back, I don't know how old you are. I don't want to bring it out. We know girls don't like that. But
We're same age. What are you talking about?
when, I think it was Looney Tunes or something.
I love Looney Tunes.
There was the big bulldog. And
Yes,
he was all tough. And
I
there was
do
that little
remember.
dog running around him like, Spike, what are we going to do? He was the like little active one.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's that little Spike dog. She just thinks she's all that. And she was scared of nothing. So she's finally scared of me for peeing in the house. That's Zoe. That's my 68-pound pit. She loves this stuff.
Oh.
Absolutely loves it. She's 7 years old.
Oh my gosh, 7.
And that's my Ava. She's 11.
Oh my gosh, 11!
Yeah, she was literally just standing on the edge looking at the view for a while. She just takes it in. Or she's listening to things with those radar ears. She hears everything. The dog. All right, cool. So let's go a little back into what title does.
Well, so like I said before, people don't really know. Well, most people know the importance of title and escrow. Obviously, as a real estate agent, you're like, we have to go through title because we are that third party that makes sure the contract is followed according to what's been agreed. We keep the earnest money deposit so nobody just runs away with it. But really the main important part is just ensuring that your buyer is purchasing something with clear title. You don't want to buy something without insuring it and then later down the line you find out that, shoot, something wasn't paid off. There was a lien that was lingering.
Right.
And I know a lot of people do uninsured deeds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're just transferring it from a brother to a sister or a mom to a daughter, which in most cases it could be fine. But let's say you didn't insure it, and actually this just happened. The mom transferred the title to the daughter with an uninsured deed, meaning she did not go through a title company and pay the title insurance to clear the title before transferring it over to the daughter. The mom left to another country. And so now the daughter owns this property. 5 years later, she wants to sell the property.
Okay.
Well, okay, sure, no problem. I see an uninsured deed here from your mom. Where is she? Oh, she's in Russia. And during the shutdown, nothing's open. She has to sign and notarize this document. And it has to be with the U.S. consulate because that's our policy.
Because she's out of the country, right?
Because she's out of the country. Can't just go to some random Russian notary.
Yeah.
And good thing we were able to communicate with the mom, but she couldn't get anywhere to notarize or sign it. So in that case, if she was to get the insurance from the very beginning, we wouldn't have to worry about that.
Okay.
And we had another situation where a brother signed a deed over to the sister 10 years later. Actually, not 10, it was more like 5 or 6. 6 years later, the sister wants to sell the property. And we're like, where's your brother? He has to sign and notarize this affidavit. And she's like, I haven't talked to my brother in years. And we had a falling out, and he'll never sign anything for me.
Oh, man.
It was a problem.
Yeah.
If you would have just had that title insurance, which, it's not that much.
You hear that, guys? It's two families issues. It's always your family that's going to get you. Because we trust them. Right? We trust family. But
you just never know.
You tend to have those problems with family.
And I know buyers have the option to opt out of the owner's policy, but it's important, especially if you're buying something from somebody you don't know.
Right, because you don't are responsible for their liens and whatnot. Right?
Absolutely not. Yeah. And later down the line, if you want to refinance it or sell it, do you have the seller's contact number? Do you still talk to them? Because there's going to be requirements for them.
Yeah. I had a house, we were in contract to buy. We went through hell just getting through the inspection and negotiating all that stuff. And the retrade, if you guys don't know, the retrade stands for the negotiation after a home inspection or after an appraisal. It's the renegotiating of the value of the home. That's why I call it the retrade of the house here. Nice. Wanted to show. Also, real estate trade made sense too.
Yes.
So, anyway, we'd all gone through the real retrade. It was pretty harsh negotiations. The seller wasn't wanting to budge too much, and we found a lot of issues. And we finally got it worked out, and then literally like seller signed, buyer was going to sign a $290,000 lien.
Oh gosh, that's the worst.
It was really.
Oh gosh.
Because the seller owned a store in a high cost area, hadn't paid rent in months, and they were coming after her.
Right.
But the house was in a trust, so that it was just a mess, and eventually they got it worked out and they sold the house, and good for them. We had to move on.
Right. But just imagine if you didn't have a title company that was continuously searching for these liens to pop up, and then all of a sudden you own the house and somebody wants to take it away because of this lien.
Or you never know about it because it's not your lien.
Yeah.
seller gets their mail transferred, so the mail's going to them, you have no idea about it, and then you go to sell the house.
And lo and behold, there's a lien.
Yeah. That would be a real mess.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. That sounds like more of your role on the title side, because in Nevada, title and escrow is together. So what's more of the role of the escrow agent versus a title agent? Because in other states, they're separate.
Right. So the title agent, they do the reports, the preliminary title report. Me as an escrow agent, I have to make sure that those requirements are met.
Okay.
So I'm the one that, we collect all the information. Mm-hmm. We also make sure that the closing statement matches what was agreed on the purchase contract.
Yeah, you guys handle all the money side.
All the money side.
All the calculations.
Who gets paid.
All this stuff. And you guys are excellent at it.
Right. Luckily, I love math.
Good.
I actually wanted to be a math teacher at one point,
really?
But escrow will do. Okay. And I always tell Annie, because I'm teaching her how to do closing statements and all that, and I was like, my favorite number is 0. Because when you close a transaction, you disperse a file, and it says 0 in the top left-hand corner of that system. It means you're balanced.
Yeah.
So if it's not a 0, it's like there's something off, you're missing something.
You gotta try to find.
Then you gotta figure it out, and then it's all detective work. But speaking of detective work, that's another part of our job that I don't know if it's necessarily our job, but it's what we do.
Right.
We do a lot of research, a lot of reading. If we get court documents, we read all of it. Contracts, we read all of it, whether it's residential or commercial. We also provide information to agents. We always want to be, even if we are a third party, we always want to help our clients and our agents educate themselves and also know as much as they possibly can.
You guys are the ultimate marketers, really. I mean, all us agents know that if we need marketing material, we get it from title. If we need market updates, we need information to share with our clients, we get it from you guys.
Try to pull as much information we can.
Door hangers for open houses, all this stuff. You guys are always supplying marketing material. It's great. So I know a lot of us really count on you guys.
Right, and we do bring up a monthly report. It's something that our marketing team puts together. It's actually really nice. You can share it with your clients.
Okay.
It comes out probably mid-month, towards the end of the month, and it usually reflects the previous month.
Okay. What does that really track?
It tracks the home sales and what's been sold between residential and condos.
Yeah.
And it just gives a little small overview of...
Some title companies really break it down into like housing values, condo values. Do you guys do that? Or do
they do talk about values, like median values and what's been selling on average. Mm-hmm. We can pull more information depending on what you need for yourself. Right. So
and you guys can pull farming information for us agents looking to market, right?
Yes, and we do have an app as well, which is nice. If you're doing a more extensive search, I do recommend to speak to one of our marketing reps that can help you do a little bit more extensive work. But we do have an app, it's called Stewart Now, that you can download onto your phone, and you can pull farm lists from certain areas.
I'm going to put a picture of it right here.
Right here. But if you want more information, obviously, you can contact me and reach out to me, and we can provide it to you. In order to get the Stewart Now app, you actually do have to be registered, and our marketing reps will give you a passcode to access it. So there is a way to access it. No one could just download it and access it. We want it to be for, obviously, our clients.
So if one of our agents watching wants to do it, what do they got to do? Call you?
They got to call me or contact me. I can set you up with a marketing rep that will help you set up the app on your phone.
You can shoot her an email, shoot her a text, whatever. All her contact information will be in the comments.
Yes. So what's cool about it is, let's say you're looking at a property and you're in a neighborhood, you can pull up the app and you can actually click on the homes next to it to see information on those homes around it. Or you could also see what's on the market, or if something is sold, you see a sign next door, you can click on that house and it'll show you all the information on the house.
Nice.
So it's kind of cool.
So we've got one of your market reports pulled up here.
Yes, so they do a really good job. It's really, it's aesthetically nice. It's a cool thing to hand out to clients if they want to see it.
So this is for April, right?
Yes, so it's the April report, and it talks about March. So our May report, which talks about April, will come out probably in a week or so.
Okay.
But we do send this out once a month, And, I'm sure a lot of people know that March was a crazy month because of the shutdown.
It was.
We did experience a very high volume of transactions at the end of March. I think it's because a lot of people that were supposed to close in April pushed their transactions to close as soon as possible because they didn't know what was going on.
There you go.
So
That makes sense.
March was crazy. Like, I was in the office until 12, 11 o'clock at night.
How's it been for you guys getting stuff recorded with how things are?
Recording is still good.
Yeah.
The recorder's office is closed, but we can still e-file up to 4 o'clock every day.
Okay.
So we have no delays in recording.
Nice.
Yeah. But when it comes to actually seeing the records change with the assessor's office, usually it takes a week and a half
Okay.
For it to change. But lately it's been 3-4 weeks, sometimes up to 5
Yeah.
weeks.
People understand that stuff's going to be delayed.
Right.
Right?
I get some people calling me like 5 days later. It doesn't show my name on title, and I'm like, it'll change.
Calm down.
Yeah. Sometimes there's problems that arise with the deeds that get recorded, so they don't fully pass. But again, it happens. So if there is a deed that doesn't pass and like it's been 2 months and you're like it hasn't changed yet, then I would recommend go back to your escrow officer and then they'll change it or fix it if it needs to be fixed. It is normal. Or it's not normal necessarily, but it happens often.
Great.
So, yeah.
So here we're seeing the median closing price of homes is $319,000. Townhouse is $185,500. This is units available on the market. This is for
March.
For March, right?
Right. So our
2.1 month. That's low inventory. Guys.
Exactly. So, I mean, I know that a lot of people are scared to buy right now, but there's still a handful of people that want to buy, and there's not much to see out there.
Yeah.
It's hard. Yeah.
And there's some good deals. There's good deals going fast. I saw a house. Saw clients looking in a higher range, and they saw a house that this thing should be listed around $700,000. It's listed for $495,000.
Wow.
Gorgeous, huge property.
Yeah.
I mean, really, really nice house. And I'm shocked. I pulled it up and I'm looking at it, and of course it's in pre-foreclosure.
Wow.
I think they're just trying to get what they owe out of it.
Right.
That's what it seems like.
Get rid of it.
Yeah, but I would think they'd want the equity, but there was already, by the time I looked at it and it'd been on the market for like 4 days, there was already 15 offers.
Right.
And I know these offers, maybe it was the plan of the seller and the seller's agent to come in very low priced, knowing that it would get pushed up.
Right.
That's a risk in these times. I would think that would be kind of scary. In normal market, I might do that, list something low to get a lot of attention onto it and get a lot of offers and push the value way up. But I would be kind of nervous to that in this market, not thinking there's a lot of buyers, but
Right.
apparently there is, guys.
For the right property,
Yeah,
for the value.
it's gorgeous.
People want, there is still a handful, again, maybe more than a handful of people that are still trying to buy their home, their dream home or whatever. Again, there's just not much to see, and I think a lot of people are trying to get a good deal right now.
And there are some good deals.
Right.
Yeah. So as we've said in shows before, we're not really seeing people pricing their houses lower yet, but we are seeing accepted offers much lower
Right.
than the listed price, up to 30% lower. So what's going on here? We got some periods to compare, right? Compare and contrast.
Right. Just a lot of demographics, graphs on comparing it. Yeah, I mean, even compared to last year,
Oh, look at that
we
graph.
still have more homes being sold from last year.
Right. Yeah.
Even with the
February was
pandemic.
still record breaking.
Exactly. Right. So this goes back like
Yeah,
from
you guys-
2003.
You guys got a whole lot of information here.
A lot of information, yes.
So guys, you can check out this PDF. I'll have a link to it in the, is this online somewhere? Is there an HTML that I can give people a link?
There possibly could be.
I'll figure out a way to
Yeah.
get it to you guys.
Yeah.
I'll put it in a Dropbox. You guys pick it up from or something. I keep touching my face right now.
Allergies
They're killing
are
me.
crazy right now.
Yeah, ragweed.
I
gets me.
literally have to take an allergy pill, Flonase, and eye drops.
Yeah.
All three.
Stop calling me.
You're important.
I'm actually have to take another pause real quick because my nose is about to
Yeah,
run
no.
all over my face. Yeah, I used to be. We'll get back into filming. Hey, sorry, I'm back from blowing my nose. So. just catching up on this allergy talk. Yeah, I used to be so bad when I was a kid touching my eyes.
Yeah.
That I used to just sit there and rub them so bad.
Yep.
And then they'd just be huge, and puffed up. So I've gotten, as an adult, to not touch my eyes. As soon as they start itching, I just bear it. You know, it's terrible, but it's about a 10-minute thing, and then you get past it.
Right.
So,
I try to. I really try to. And then you're just like, feels so good, and
it does.
Dang it! You look like Will Smith on Hitch.
Forgot about that one.
Yeah.
His face is all puffed up. So what was that? What was those eye drops you found?
My coworker said that the Kroger brand from Smith's.
Okay.
It's like in a orange box, and it's just eye drop relief.
And it works.
And it works amazing.
Then you hope they make one for the nose. That's my problem. It's all
Flonase. Flonase.
Yeah. I think I have a deviated septum. Because I don't know if I sound nasally to you, but when I hear myself on film, I sound very nasally.
I can't hear it.
Can? Can't?
Can't.
Okay. It's in my head. So yeah, a bunch of graphs here. We're back looking at her report here. Way too much stuff to talk about.
Right.
Yeah, you can really break it down to zip codes and how many units sold and yeah, too much information. TMI, but very valuable, guys. So
right.
Use it.
We do have 5 offices.
Oh.
Well, Stewart is global.
Okay.
If you go to the 10th page, right there. Stewart is global, and obviously throughout the U.S. We're one of the bigger underwriters.
Okay.
But here in town, in Clark County, we do have our office on Lake Mead and Tenaya. We have one downtown on 4th Street. I'm in the Southwest office on Tropicana and Fort Apache, Mesquite, and we have our Henderson office on Pecos and Pebble.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So what else could agents utilize you guys for? As far as like any marketing or...
I feel like it's just everything.
Everything.
I mean, I think even listing, before you list and before your buyer even buys a property, I think it's a great idea to do a quick property search on that property.
So so you set up a listing appointment, guys? Give Dindy a call?
Yes.
Get a...
Find out what's going on with title first, because the last thing you want to do is list it, spend all the time showing it after all these months, maybe even shorter. Sometimes you'll get an offer in 4 days.
What could you send us to take to a listing, like a lien report, right?
We can do a property profile and also a lien report as well.
Okay.
And that will show you what's on title and basically what's required to sell the property. Because if there's uninsured deeds, then you want to know ahead of time if we're going to have to contact an aunt from 10 years ago. So
these liens are going to affect your seller's net, okay? Because they're going to be paid off. Escrow's going to get these liens paid off, and then it's going to affect their net.
Right. So it's always good to know ahead of time.
Yeah.
You know,
and also
work on those
anything
requirements.
Too big of a deal that you can't sell the house. So
right.
I hate to see you go through this big listing presentation and then you go find this information out.
Right.
So we're talking about your report when I was talking with you when you first came in, and I mentioned that your reports are great that you guys give out, but they do show last month. So I do have a report. Where did I put it? I've been going back and looking at homes going into contract. And the last show I showed all of April. This time I'm not going as far back because it was really hard to read the dates at the bottom. They were so squished together you could.
Yeah.
But here you can get a good idea of. So typically Monday, we see the most houses go into contract on Mondays, right? This is yesterday. This was Monday.
After a weekend of showings.
Yeah, so they tend to taper off. Weekends are the low points because nobody wants to accept an offer on the weekend. They want to see, everybody that was over the weekend home shopping, they want to see if a better offer comes in. And then they accept on Mondays. So I went back and, like I said, I did the whole month of April, and it was pretty consistent looking like this.
Right.
But yeah, you can see here, I mean, on what was it? On the 4th, May 4th, be with you, over 125 homes sold or went into contract that day. That's pretty high. I mean, here during the week, 99, 97.
Right.
It's quite a bit. I was really shocked to see these numbers. Like I was telling you when I first went to start looking at these in late March and April, I expected to see 20 houses. But
people are still looking.
yeah, big numbers here.
Yep.
Obviously, the other segments are a little bit lower, so condos down here, manufactured homes, pretty slow. Townhomes, decent. High rises actually picked up. So in April, I think for the whole month of April, there was maybe 6, 7 went to contract for the whole month.
Wow.
Of high rises. Here I'm seeing an average of 1.8 a day, I think.
That Raider Stadium.
They've picked up.
The sports teams that are coming in.
Yeah,
Everybody wants
I
to.
really thought these high rises were doomed. I thought, man, they're going to drop so bad. But getting up to seeing where there's at least one a day, that's good. That's a little bit of pickup. So check that graph out, guys. If you're not working, get to work. There's buyers out there.
It's true. We're still busy.
Yeah.
We're still working from the office, and I still have a whole day's work.
I'm going to break down a big tip for you guys. All right. If you're slow, you have no work to do, you don't know what you're doing, you need to call these girls up, okay? Find a neighborhood that have good turnover, right? So this is a percentage of the market, of the housing in that neighborhood that turn over each year. Find one that's good, have these girls get you the contact information, and instead of going out door knocking or sending out flyers and stuff, just call these houses, okay? You don't need to call and say, I'm an agent, I'm looking to do this, and you're gonna scare them off, okay? A simple, whatever the name of the housing complex is. I live in Meadow Valley. Hey, I'm at the Meadow Valley Chamber, whatever, doing a survey. Are you looking to sell your house in the next 12 months? Yes or no? If you get a yes, now you mark, yes, this house. These are, out of the 800 homes, these are the 10 you can call and start marketing to and start sending flyers to. This will save you a lot of money, a lot of time, and really get you into the people that are actually looking and thinking about selling in the next 12 months. So you're not wasting money, you're not wasting a lot of time and effort, you're gonna actually find the people that are serious. And it works really well because people are okay to answer a survey. They don't want to necessarily talk right when you call them about selling their house.
Right.
But then occasionally there's one that's like, if they say I am, and maybe, actually I'm looking to sell now, then you can, do your thing. So, good tip there for the pros. Don't waste too much time. Call the neighborhood first. See who's looking to sell in the next 12 months. And these gals can help you out.
Yes.
I know a lot of the information you guys can provide as far as like farming information. Mostly addresses, whether or not it's an owner or it's rental.
Right.
And then we get some phone numbers, but a lot of times it's just like a home phone number.
Right.
A lot of times we can't get a hold of people. Is there a way to get cell phone numbers?
I believe there's a way.
Yeah.
But again, I would have to hook up the client with an experienced marketing rep. I do escrow, but I know I have an amazing marketing team that can help as much as possible. I work with all of my amazing marketing reps because we have an amazing team. We have, I believe, 5.
Okay.
So we have Victor Vasquez, Lindsay Turner, Danielle Bouchard, Philip Bouchard.
I've dealt with Daniel.
Yeah. And Monica Leith. So they're all amazing. I work with all of them. So.
None better than the other. Use them all.
Yeah.
So another way to get cell phone numbers, guys, it costs a little bit of money, but Intellius. If you haven't heard of Intellius, it is our spying program. You can put in a phone number and it'll tell you who owns it. It'll give you all their other known phone numbers, known aliases, other places they've lived. It's pretty crazy. So you can really search people out by that, but it will cost you some money to be a member. What else we got going on? Let's see here. All right, we're over this stuff. Let's get back to some news. So here's a report from Barrons in real estate. What will the coronavirus do to home prices? Here's what we all want to know, right? Here's where they'll fall and where they'll rise, according to them. So it's going to talk about projections and what the growth rates were before. They are predicting annual rate growth from 5% from March 2020 to March 2021. Significant slowdown considering home prices national, well, it's 0.5%. Sorry, not 5%, 0.5%. And the national average is 4.5. Residential housing was on the precipice. The spring season, one of the busiest times for home sales. It was crazy. Man,
Yep.
January and February were nuts.
Yep.
And then this. Kicked when you're up, I guess, in this one. On a month-to-month basis, home prices increased 1.3% in March, largely a holdover from negotiations conducted before the shelter-in-place. Then they get down here to the home price projections for some major cities here. And Las Vegas, percentage change 0.9%, year-over-year percentage change, I lost it, 4.8, forecasted month-to-month change 0.9%, year-over-year percentage change, so they expect us to drop 0.9% in Vegas. So where they were saying up 0.5% nationally, Vegas is looking for values to go down 0.9%. Not terrible.
Right.
I mean, there are worse. Look at Los Angeles, 3.8%. Look at San Diego, 8.8%. San Francisco, 11% down. They need that drop, though. Man, they were getting ridiculous there.
Right.
Maybe that'll get some of the guys off the street pooping. Maybe not. I don't know. What else we got? Coronavirus increases Las Vegas 3D tours in Nevada for real estate and business. So the digitaljournal.com did a little report here. I don't know if they're teaming up with these guys, but this is a company called Las Vegas 3D Tours. They will come out and do 3D tours of your listings. So like Matterport type tours. I haven't checked out any of their tours yet because I'm not really into paying somebody the stuff that I can do. So if you have a 3D camera, or not a 3D camera, but a 360 camera, these are one of these, I have a Samsung Gear 360, it looks like a little ball with a handle. Works pretty good. I got it for pretty cheap. It connects to my phone really well. I can actually connect it to my phone and then do a live 360 walkthrough on Facebook. Or I can post it up to YouTube, my YouTube channel, and make it private and send a link, a text link to my client. They can open up the text link and watch it live as I go through, as long as your internet connection is good. So, but then you could take your 360 cameras and go to this other company here. This is I Spy 360. I've been looking into them. These guys have a program where you take your own 360 pictures and you input them into their program here, and you can see.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so they set the 360 camera on a tripod, took a picture, right? Then they go to the next room and take a picture. You can see over here there's like a little dollhouse view. So we can go inside the foyer here. Oh, we're looking at the dollhouse here. I guess this is inside the foyer. There we go. Oh, this is a different building. This is an apartment. This isn't the house. I guess you can set up however you can really confuse people with this. So yeah, you see how they set this 360 camera here, and then each room they have another set one. So you can see the little arrows shooting up, so you can say, oh, what's this room?
Super clear.
Here we're in the kitchen. You can even look at the ceiling
Oh.
and get yourself dizzy. What's this? Oh. Then there's a little picture. Look
No way.
How cool is that?
No way. That is super cool. Every listing needs it.
Every listing should have this. So we've been looking at this for our team, so we can make at least all of our team listings. Oh, this is some kind of video. So you can make a video talk about the room, maybe. I can't share that video on YouTube. So.
Very cool.
But yeah, so you can walk through the house, much like a Matterport, but you're not going to pay somebody that, I don't know what it costs you nowadays to have a Matterport done. I really can't even, I don't even want to speculate. $300 maybe? I don't know. I have no clue.
Right.
Maybe.
It looks like a lot of work,
Yeah.
but if you can do it yourself and plug it into this program, I mean.
Yeah, well the Matterport, they're taking that special camera and they're sitting it down and it's taking it spins around and takes a picture where these cameras really, you just sit it down and walk around the corner connect your phone to it,
Right.
walk around the corner and take a picture. And then you put it in the next room, walk around the corner, hide, take a picture. And then you go in the program and assemble where.
Wow.
And then to make this dollhouse, you kind of make little lines as to where the rooms are. So if you really want to get detailed, you'd have to measure each wall.
Right.
But you can get one of those little laser measurements and just hold it
Right.
and measure the wall, and then you go in and put it in, and as long as it's close, it'll map it out pretty good. You don't even have to have this dollhouse. You can just do the walkthrough pictures and not have this thing.
Right.
So it just depends how much time you want to spend on a listing.
I think it's important, especially if you want to attract some out-of-state buyers that can't just come into the house and see it. And sometimes when you see just regular photos, it's not.
It doesn't do it justice.
No, totally.
Yeah.
Or it's way better than what actually is inside. So
Yeah.
to actually see it inside is
I'll give you
really
an example
cool.
of one of my videos. So let's see here. So I'm not using that iSpy 360 yet. I would like to. But I am using my 360 camera to do video walkthroughs for my clients that are out of state. It works very well. Let's see here. There it is. Okay, so like, let's go to a cool house. Where's that one I did? I deleted it. Anyway.
Hi, Elise.
I was doing this for a client, Elise.
It's a 360 video, so you can grab the
So
screen
see, I
with your
can
finger.
turn the screen wherever I want.
What?
Look it on your phone. You can
Very cool.
Or I can just ride along.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't have to just watch where we're walking.
That's insane.
It's cool, isn't it?
Super cool.
Hide, look.
So this is what I do for my clients, and they can, and if they miss something, so let's say I'm moving too fast,
Step in the front door.
they can just pause the video.
And look,
And they're-
that's very cool.
So if you haven't invested in a 360 camera, I think the new camera I want to get is the Insta 360. It's smaller. It's a little smaller, but it works great. But yeah, see
That's
this?
very cool.
I'm
Yeah.
just hanging out. So then I just move it from room to room. So now I pick it up and come over the kitchen here. So in YouTube, it doesn't allow me to zoom in, but you can see on these tours here, like if I use
True.
my mouse roller, I can
Right.
zoom in on stuff, which can really, I can look at the carpets. I can, if I see a stain, I can try to zoom in and look at it.
Right.
So I think at some point in the future, all listings are going to have 360 walkthroughs like this.
Right.
I just think it makes sense, especially in this new world we're in. If people are afraid to go out and look at these houses in person.
Right.
I have been out showing houses during this pandemic. Even though we're wearing masks, it's still so hard. If you have an owner occupied house and you take buyers in there, they're gonna touch stuff. How do you you have to mentally keep an eye on everything they touch.
Right.
And then go back with your Lysol
And spray the whole thing.
and fumigate. So it could take
Right.
a long time. It's really hard to do, but so this might be the future right here.
Right. Super cool.
Yeah. All right. Anything else going on? I'm excited. I got my stimulus check. So for most of us independent contractors, we end up paying at the end of the year, paying taxes, not getting taxes back. So we don't have like a direct deposit set up with the IRS, so we had to wait for a check. Cheers.
So I want to know what's the criteria of getting the check?
So the criteria, even though I thought I did really well last year, a lot of the stuff was team stuff, splits. So my income was under 75,000 as a single man, and then that was it. You just have to.
And they just deposit it
Yeah.
into your account.
So if you had a direct deposit set up, you've already been paid, right? If you didn't file your tax returns in 18 or 19, then you need to go onto the IRS website and do I think I had a link to where it was. Just go to irs.gov. Let's see, GOP. And let's see, get coronavirus tax relief. Is that where it is? Let's see. Check your payment status. There it is right there. So you can check your payment status, see if it's come, or if you need to add your information.
Good to
You
know.
can put a bank account and stuff in there. Otherwise, the check should be coming to you in the mail.
Sweet.
So, you haven't received anything yet?
No,
Did you make over 75?
possibly.
Possibly. I need to get into title, apparently.
But I'm W-2'd, so
Oh, you are W-2.
Yeah,
So you get a tax return.
I do get tax
Yeah.
return.
So
And
if you haven't seen anything, you're probably not going to get it because you overqualified.
I just feel like I'm like the perfect example of somebody that pays the highest taxes possible
Yeah.
without getting any
Anything
like, oh no, single, no kids,
Right.
you know, tax bracket, whatever.
Not a lot of write-offs.
No.
Yeah.
W-2. So I'm just like, I'm screwed.
That's where it is. That's how it is. All right. I think that's about it for the day. Did you have fun?
I did have fun.
You going to do our 30-second elevator speech?
Sure.
All right. So for those that don't know, I am compiling every guest that comes on. I'm going to have them do a 30-second elevator speech. This is something that if you're an agent, you're a new agent, you don't know who to use, you can click. I'll have a link in a little while when I have enough people in there. We're just getting started. This is only my 6th show. But at some point here, when I get a compile of guests in different brackets, then you'll go to my website. I'll have links to it, and you can click on like escrow agents, and then you'll see pictures of all the escrow agents. You'll click on it, and you'll get her 30-second elevator speech, and maybe you like her,
Yeah.
and you use her.
Sweet.
So, it's yours.
Oh, thanks. I'm Dindy Roa from Stewart Title. I've been doing title and escrow for over 9 years. Actually started in real estate prior to title and escrow. It gave me a really good platform coming into escrow because I know what agents go through when it comes to buying and selling and dealing with their clients. So when I came into escrow, I learned how to do the research part of it, the money part of it. So I really like working with agents. I like working with investors. I do everything from commercial to residential. So if you like to join or work with my team, just give me a call, contact me, email, phone number. My cell number is also available, so I can help as much as I can. Thanks.
Perfect. That was great. That was perfect. Couldn't get any better. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you click subscribe down there so you can see our other shows when they come up. I think there's a little bell somewhere so you can actually make sure you get notifications of each show. And other than that, enjoy it. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Thanks.
See you
Bye.
later. Cool.